The father of Peggy Carter's children has been confirmed, and all we can say is, we need a movie featuring them right now. Avengers Endgame screenwriters Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely have gone on record confirming that Steve Rogers is, indeed, the daddy of Peggy's 2 kids. This raises, well, several questions, but first, a little background. Marvel Cinematic Universe aficionados are well aware that Peggy Carter, one-time agent and eventual director of S.H.I.E.L.D., is the long-lost love of Captain America's life. At the conclusion of 2011's Captain America: The First Avenger, he failed to meet up with her for a promised dance due to an unforeseen plunge into an icy ocean and an even more unforeseen 70-year hibernation. This haunted Rogers for years, and he was only given a slight semblance of closure when he visited a now elderly Carter in her hospital room in 2014's Captain America: The Winter Soldier, in which it was revealed that Carter had married and had 2 children.
I have lived a life. My only regret is that you didn't get to live yours.
Carter's death during the events of 2016's Captain America: Civil War shook Rogers to the core, and it seemed as if he were destined to forever live in the shadow of what could have been. But amazingly, Avengers Endgame, in which the team time-traveled to various points in the MCU's history to collect the Infinity Stones in a bid to reverse the effects of Thanos' infamous finger snap, gave Rogers the opportunity for a do-over. After the defeat of Thanos and his armies, Rogers was tasked with journeying back to the points in time from which the stones were taken in order to ensure the timeline's integrity. He did so, but in a shocking twist, he then chose to remain in the past, finally getting his dance with his beloved Peggy and living out the peaceful existence he so richly deserved. So, what's the deal with Peggy's 2 kids? Marcus and McFeely cleared it up in their sit-down with THR, and what they had to say will bend your brain in more ways than one.
My brain!
First up, McFeely confirmed that the little tykes were fathered by Rogers when he explained, "It was always our intention that he was the father of those 2 children. There are time travel loopholes for that." Now pay close attention to his phrasing. It was always their intention that Rogers was the father of Peggy's children. And again, these are the guys who wrote Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Talk about a long game. Did they somehow have an idea that time travel would come into play in the MCU years down the road? How could they have possibly known that? It's mind-blowing to think of the conversations that must have taken place between these 2 as they crafted Winter Soldier's narrative, and even more so to think that apparently some of their wildest imaginings for where the Infinity Saga could one day go apparently came to fruition. Marcus then chipped in with an offhand remark that might just mess with your head even more. He revealed, "It does introduce the idea that there are 2 children who have somewhat super soldier DNA." While this revelation might cement Steve Rogers' legacy as a super dad amongst the likes of Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, and the late, great Tony Stark, it's not the first time Cap's fathered a couple kids. In the 2008 animated movie Next Avengers: Heroes of Tomorrow, Steve's son, James Rogers, joins forces with the other Avengers kids to do battle against Ultron. Not only that, but the What If comics propose an alternate reality where Rogers hooks up with Rogue on the patchwork planet Battleworld, founds a colony there, and fathers a daughter named Sarah. If you'll excuse us, we've got to go write a detailed pitch for a TV series chronicling the adventures of Peggy Carter and Captain America's super soldier children. Here's something we still haven't quite worked out, though. The existence of Carter's children was established years before the Avengers' time-traveling shenanigans. If Rogers weren't destined to go back in time and stay there, would those kids have had a different father? Or would Carter never have had any children at all? Try not to think about it too hard. We wouldn't want you breaking your brain on our account. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.